Welcome to Aribab Law TV, a channel where we enlighten ourselves on the positions of the law in Nigeria. What are we looking at today? We are looking at the differences between a business name and a company. Many people out there, when they approach an accredited agent and say they want to register a company, they are not sure whether they are talking about a business name or a company. In order to understand these two differences, we shall be looking at that in this our episode. I am Ahmad Babatunde Ariyibi. Firstly, what you need to understand is that we have two types of organizations. We have business organizations and non-business organizations. When we say business organizations, we are referring to organizations that are profit-oriented. This means that they delve into business with the intention of making profits. For example, we have companies. We also have businesses or business name, which we are coming to discuss. While non-business organizations are organizations that are not delving into business or they are not for profit making, such as NGOs in Nigeria. However, we are looking at business organizations that we've mentioned, that is businesses or business name and companies in Nigeria. When you hear about company in Nigeria, what you need to understand is that yes, they are business organizations, but they usually end in limited or public limited company. That is in LTD or PLC. For example, we have Access Bank PLC. We have Dangote Cement PLC. We have Stanbic IBTC Bank Limited and other banks that ends with limited or PLC, or other organizations that ends with limited or PLC. Whenever you see such company, they are known as what? Companies, and they are business organizations. While business, on the other hand, are usually owned by a sole proprietor or partners who are also proprietors of such business name. They are entirely different from a company. They are type of businesses you see ending with ventures, enterprises, and the like. In order to know whether you are delving into a business name or a company, we shall also be explaining more differences between the two. Number one, when we talk about a company is required to have a share capital. However, for a business name does not have a share capital. Number two, a company is required to have a director and a shareholder. However, in a business name, you don't need a director or shareholder. What you just need to have is the proprietor, a sole proprietor of the business or partners of the business. Number three, a company has a perpetual succession. This simply means that when the owner of a company dies, that does not mean the company cannot continue to exist. However, in a business name, when the owner of such business name dies, that is the end of such business. For a business name, it is not different from the owner. The owner is the business name is the owner. Number four, a company has the right, the legal personality or the legal capacity to sue and be sued in its own name, different from the owner of the company. However, for the business name itself cannot be sued. Number five, a company, it has the power, the capacity, the wide recognition of delving into business, contracts, or investment. However, for a business name, it has a little capacity to bid or to delve into a business, contract, or investment. These are some of the differences that you see when it comes to a company or business name. Once you understand this, you may not be able to approach properly whether you are looking at a business name or you are looking at a company. Thank you very much for listening and subscribe to Aribab Law TV as we continue to enlighten ourselves about the positions of the law in Nigeria. I remain Ahmad Babatunde Ariyibi.